the Avatar stuff, right? Like the Tesla and the thing. Obviously, like like at the highest level, like you guys have all the bets, right? But you know, like with the rich, like the two rich guys, right? We got to go to that top because they would have to have a game. You have to make it a game for them that they're competing against each other, but ultimately they're friends, right? But Jeff, who'd you bet on, right? He said, okay, like Jeff's, you know, he's using Jim. Is that one person that has access in Canada to the like that's not in the government for the stuff, whatever, for the approval, but for the robot and the phone, he would have access to now, wouldn't he? Have to. In different timelines. The surveillance. America would never give up that type of power. They're cheaters. They had to make sure how many years ago that they were set before actually bringing it into closer to reality. Am I right or wrong? You guys just using cheat codes? Right? Elon, you're using Superman, Henry, right? Ultimately, that's where these bet things in the crossover. Batman versus Superman thing, right? Because that had to tie in. But then where did it all go sideways for you guys? When the witches came involved, right? And then it fucking went to hell. When the magic, right, that took over everything. So then that fucked up the time travel. And then that fucked up, right? So then it got all fucked, right? So you guys had the spirit stuff because, Jeff, you're doing the American God stuff, right? That tied in the world. And then Elon, you're doing like, you know, the alien space world, right? But ultimately that crossed over, and then the robots, right? With everybody doing all this shit, right? So then that's okay, where the bets come from, and then you got to ultimately tie in, right? So we have to have different husbands that would represent those different things and creatures, right? So then that played out. And then everybody had to have rooms to place their bets and different things, right? But ultimately, at the end of the day, right? So like, that's where like, so Elena crushed Grant again because he thought he was Batman, and then J-Lo, what did she do? She came in and fucking said, nah, buddy, you're not fucking Batman. You're not Batman. I'm Batman. And then J-Lo said, welcome to the Bronx, bitch.